I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals while drinking booze.
Cheers! And we're back.
It's true. Here we are.
Man Bun Mondays. Just kidding.
You can't take that. I made that up.
Well, you didn't jump on it. You were busy drinking your cocky tail.
Lauren really stepped up to the plate today, guys, and she made a crafted Moscow Mule for the both of us.
Woo! It's actually a week late. Oh, well.
She made us a crafted cocktail 7 days later.
You know what the one negative is, though?
Yes.
I didn't realize, I told you how I never get food in my house or, I never get to eat like a sandwich with regular bread. Right. I always get the heels. Well, I had to make these Moscow Mules with like only a couple of pieces of ice.
Right.
So really, they're warm.
It's not stopping us in any way, though. I'm already on my second one. Yeah. And we just started. We're less than a minute in.
But it is pretty good because you know what? Even though I'm no longer a bartender, I clearly still got the gift.
Right? Yes.
And these go down good. We worked out this morning also. We went for a long jaunt. And it's hot as hell outside. This is a nice refresher. So,
yeah. Yeah, we didn't even run, and I'm like sore. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm carrying around a lot of luggage up here.
Luggage.
So, right. It's like a
booby bags.
Like a baby attached to like my sternum.
You know what?
That's basically what it is.
Well, but working out is so important, but I'm still broken. I mean, I was hobbling around out there.
Right.
Because I did that Orange Theory fitness workout.
Orange Theories are popping up kind of everywhere.
Holy it's a great workout. I mean, I don't want to promote them too much until they want to give me money. Maybe just a free membership. That would be awesome because, boy, are they pricey. But
come on, Orange Theory.
It's a HIIT workout. So you're doing plyo, you're doing some cardio and weights.
Now, is it only classes or do they have like a gym where you can go and
classes.
Do your own shit too?
Only classes.
See, that's the best way that I work out.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's just because we're extroverts, right?
I won't go in and just be like, okay, this is my workout today, and here's my regimen. I'm going to do this many sets and this many reps and this machine. I'm not going to do that.
Right. Mm-hmm. No, and you have a coach in there too. So, you think about if you're working out at a gym and you get your personal trainer, I mean, you're paying $28 a class. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot, but you get a personal trainer for that. And they give you a heart monitor. Anyway, within an hour, I burned 649 calories.
Boom!
Yeah, and then because of the type of workout it is,
right?
You burn calories for 36 hours afterward.
36 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that explains why I'm still sore on day 3.
There you go. That's true.
I feel like I want to take my legs off and throw them away.
Yeah, fuck them. Get them out of here. Wow, this is episode
30.
Guys, we hit episode 30. That's crazy.
It is. We're 6 months in now, official.
Right. Whoa. That's nuts. That's nuts. And we want to thank you guys for listening because you keep this thing going.
Yeah.
Right?
True. Yeah. Without you 3 people that listen,
right.
we would be we'd be just sitting here talking to our damn selves.
Right. But we have,
3 people, that's 6 ears.
Right.
6 ears.
Half of a baker's dozen. We got to keep you guys happy. So, anyway, so we're here. It's ApPARENT podcast, drinking and talking about being a parent. So guess what I have to do tomorrow?
What do you have to do tomorrow, Chance?
I have to take my son, Chance, who you all know super well because we talk about him every week.
So cute.
Excuse me.
Hey,
I'm
what's
so
the
sorry.
burping?
I'm sorry. It's carbonated.
But we're like in people's ears holes.
I'm sorry, ears holes. I apologize.
That's the other thing.
And you just burped too, so eat shit.
Excuse me. That's the other thing, though. When I make a drink, man, I make them really pretty strong, right?
No, these are great. These are almost as strong as BuzzBox. Do you guys remember BuzzBoxes?
Those are strong.
They're super strong, and I love them because you can sneak them into places. I mean, don't do that because we're parents and responsible. have to take Chance to the doctor tomorrow.
Yeah, what is it, like a 2-year, a year and a half checkup or what?
They get one first when they're like born, they get them like all the time.
Yeah, so it's like one every month, right?
It's like
or every
monthly,
week.
and then like at 6 months, then they don't see him till 9 months. Then at 9 months, they see him at 12 months.
Right.
And then at 12 months, then they see him at 15 months. 15 months, they see him at 18 months. So that's a year and a half.
Holy smokes.
And then it's like every 6 months or something like that. Something like that. But anyway, I have to take him in. It's for technically his 15-month checkup.
Okay.
Even though he's almost 17 months.
So were you late or was it?
They were kind of late.
Oh, okay.
So they're super booked up and stuff, and so we're kind of late. Whatever. But I want to talk about immunizations with kids.
Oh, yeah, the little prickers.
Right.
Yeah.
So they want you to get so much done, and there's so many shots that kids like need now. And what they've done is they started incorporating like 3 or 4 of them into one shot. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but that sounds incredibly abrasive.
Right, exactly. And that's how I felt about it. Like, I did, some research. There's movies out. There's articles. There's all this stuff. And I'm like, that seems like a lot of medicine and a lot that just seems very, very aggressive for a baby that is the size of my baby. Their bodies are so little that I cannot fathom putting that much medicine in them and giving them that many shots is just traumatic, I feel like.
I feel like, too, this is a very touchy subject for some people.
Right. And I'm going to speak incredibly candidly, so you might hate my guts today, but this is how I feel and how I'm going to do it with my child. If you guys feel differently, please write us in. Then we'll know that you listen.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Are you pro-vac or anti-vac?
I'm 100% pro-vaccination.
Yeah.
I do give Chance the vaccinations, but
you want to spread them out.
I do spread them out. They want to give him like 3 shots in a day. And I'm like, we'll come back actually a month from now and you can give him 1 more. And then we'll come back a month after that and you can give him 1 more.
That makes sense, I feel.
I am not, personally, as his mother, I don't feel right about giving my baby, who is still under 30 pounds, like he's a baby. I can't administer this many medicines into his body. I don't feel like he can handle that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, or even worse, what if there was an adverse side effect that he literally couldn't handle?
Right.
And you're not able then to narrow it down as to which one it was.
100% happened is that, and I don't understand why these doctors, it's almost like they take it personally, like they personally bought all these medicines and they're like, but this came out of my own pocket, like you have to do it now. And I'm like, no, this is my choice.
Right.
I can give my son as many vaccinations as I want at whatever time that I want. And if I want to spread them out, that is my prerogative. And you can try to coax me all you want, but I have made my mind up. And I understand what your policy is. I understand that you think that this, it's almost like they are on commission. Like they get paid by the shot.
By the poker,
sorry. So anyway, I did that and we finished all the shots needed up till like a year, right? And we went in for double the amount of times because I spread them out, right?
Okay.
So he got all his shots done. And now he still has to get the MMR shot, which is measles, mumps, rubella, and they've mixed them all together. That used to be 3 different shots.
Oh, wow.
And now they've mixed them all into one, and that just makes me terrified. Now, the question is, this is the overarching question that everyone has, right? Is, do vaccinations cause autism? That's the big debate. And I personally do not believe that vaccinations cause autism. That's my belief. Some people will disagree with me. Some people do not think that, and it's fine. But I personally don't think that vaccinations, I look at Chance and I'm like, there's no way that this kid is autistic, right? Because of the way that he acts and speaks and responds. I don't think that he is.
Right.
But I just personally don't want, so that's not the reason why I'm holding off on some vaccinations and just waiting to give it to him. I'm going to administer every vaccination that he needs. He will receive it. But I don't want to give it to him as fast as they want him to have it because I don't think it's right. And he actually received one more shot than I was comfortable giving him. Did I tell you? I don't know if I told you.
No.
So he got his shots, and then they were like, well, he needs to have, I think it's Hep A shots, and it's 2. It's a 2-dose thing, so he gets one, and then like 3 months later he gets another one, right? And then you have the Hep A immunization covered. It's done. So he got one shot that he needed, and it was like to round off his, year round, whatever, shots. And then he was supposed to get the first dose of Hep A. And I was a little bit nervous about giving him 2 shots that day, but I was like, okay, well, if it's just the Hep A, it feels like it's one medicine. I feel like he can handle it. Okay, great. So we give him the first shot. He's done with all his, year shots. Awesome. And then they go and give him the Hep A shot, and it was fine. Less than 24 hours later, Chance, as he was falling asleep, started having little jerking like sensations, almost like tiny seizures, where his whole body would just like tense up and seize up, and he would like and they never lasted more than 5 to 6, 7 seconds. But the fact that it was happening, and I've never seen that before, I was like, holy shit. And he had a temperature of like 102. And so I was like, oh my God. So we ended up having to go to the emergency room because these seize-ups were happening every single time he was relaxing to go to sleep. It's like whenever his body would like settle, then he would have one. And I was actually keeping a time log on my phone of how many times he had one, and I was like, and it was like,
consistent as hell.
Oh my God. It was a lot. It was like we were counting contractions, like when I was pregnant. And so I was like, oh my God, this is legit. So we went to the emergency room, and the emergency doctor said, so what happened is you got the immunizations, and the immunizations caused a fever, and then the fever caused the little jerking / seizures. Oh, God. And I said, so they came from the immunizations. He said, no. They came from the fever. And I said, but the fever came from the immunization. Like, do you get it?
No.
But the doctors don't give a shit. They're not their kids. They don't care.
Right. And to be honest with you, and this is going to sound super rude, but it's not their job to care and love your children. I love the doctors that do take that on, and that's the reason they got into medicine. But the truth of it is, at the end of the day, they are doing a job. Their job is to administer these vaccines and just call it a day.
And I agree with you, but if they're not meant to care, they care more about giving the immunizations than they do about what it's affecting my child, how it's affecting my child. So if I say the words, hey, I'd like to wait on this immunization, I'll get it later, then let that be okay.
It should be. Oh, I agree.
But then they give me this whole thing of why I shouldn't wait and why I need to do it now and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, but I don't want to.
They do that every year with me and Danilo with the flu shot. The flu shot every year.
Flu shot.
I never gotten it.
I never get it anymore. I got it one time. I got sicker than I've ever been in my life, and I'm like, well, I'm never getting that piece of shit again. Yeah, I never get it.
No, and knock on wood, like I have had a couple of bad illnesses in my life, but it's never been consistent every year. And I have no reason to get it, but every year they're hounding us to get it. There are definitely vaccinations that your kids need, even to just go to school. Like the boys need certain ones before they can enter school.
Right.
And so, they've got to happen.
But having them administered to your 16 and 14-year-old
now is different.
That's totally fine. Chance is 17 months old now.
Yeah.
And so he will need all of these once he starts going to preschool, but we're not looking at that until what? Maybe 3 years old. I don't even know when it happens.
I feel like there's a lot more now too. I mean, granted, we were babies when we were getting them.
Right.
But I mean, there's a vaccine for everything.
But that's the other thing is that they're mixing so many of them so that you get less shots. But I feel like that's almost worse.
Yeah.
Because, they're getting less pain, quote unquote, because of the pricks in the thighs. First of all, and the needles are like 2 feet long because they have to go into their little muscles. Mm-hmm. These are huge ass needles. Yeah. And so, but they're getting less pricks, but they're getting more medicine administered to their body, and it just terrifies the shit out of me.
Right.
Because it's like, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
I just don't know if that is okay for his little nervous system.
So what is he getting tomorrow?
I don't even know.
You don't know?
I didn't write it down, and that's because I'm a terrible mother.
Stop it.
But
They'll tell you tomorrow.
Right.
If you're not listening tomorrow and you're like
no.
on your phone or something, then you're a terrible
There's
mom.
2. They want to give him the MMR shot because they've wanted to give him that for 6 months, and I'm not giving him that until he's at least 2. I'm not. I don't want to give it.
What is that one? For people?
MMR is the measles, mumps, rubella. I spoke about it earlier. So it's measles, mumps, rubella, and that's the one that like the big one. That's the big one that people think gives autism.
Oh, okay.
That's the big one. And the only reason I'm not giving it to him until he's at least 2 is because there's so much medicine in it. And so I want to make sure that that's the last one he gets. You know what I mean? Like all the other ones have been administered. They've gone through his body. They've kind of settled themselves in. He's not allergic or not having any adverse reactions. So once that's done, great, we can do the MMR thing. But the MMR is the one that is so powerful with like medicine. I'm like, we have to wait till the end with that one. We have to.
Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, I think tomorrow's the next Hep A one.
Oh, okay.
The finalizing the Hep A section of the.
How does Chance handle the shots? Does he do all right?
He knows it's coming now. He didn't before, but now like he knows what the doctor's office means. He knows when this certain person walks in that something's gonna happen, and when we hold his legs down, he's like, oh, I know what this means. So he knows it's coming, but he's also a trooper. Like he takes it and he's just like, like you can see it just kill him for a second, and then he's like, oh sweet, oh man, all right, shots. So
you know what? I don't like needles. I don't know who does. But
no, me either.
I'm totally fine with them taking blood or whatever, but I need to know when they're gonna prick me. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
I do. I tell each and every person because there was someone that did it once.
Can you look at it and see it?
I can. I prefer not to. I prefer not to, but I donated blood every year for years and years and years because I'm O positive, which is a universal blood donor. So
O positive. That's really rare.
Yeah.
Actually. That's awesome.
So it's one of the blood types that can be used for anyone, and so I donate blood every year, and I haven't done it the last couple of years, and that makes me a horrible person. So it is what it is.
Because you're scared of needles.
Because of that, I'm okay with it, but I do need to know when it's going in because I do jump or run away. So one time I had somebody give me a thing in the rear. And I said, you need to let me know. And I said, are you going to count to 3 and do it on 3? Or are you going to count to 3 and do it after 3? And the woman looked at me like I was crazy. Like, who gives a shit when I do it? And I'm like, I'm telling you, you got to let me know. Well, I wasn't sitting in a chair. She was doing it on my butt. She went and did it. She went 1, 2, 3 and then did it. And I ran my ass away with my pants halfway down. I fucking ran. And she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, I told you, you got to tell me. That's not okay.
Right.
So every time I just say, and then they'll say, well, which one do you want?
Right.
I'm like, so do 1, 2, 3, and then go.
Right.
And then I know, and when it happens, I can, I can handle it.
You're like bracing yourself for it, right?
Right.
So
it's almost like a fight or flight syndrome. Like
I totally get that.
A snap.
So I don't like needles either. I've never liked needles, but that's also because I have very small veins. Like I would be the worst meth head like ever. I don't even know if you do meth in your
heroin. I think
there it is. Okay, see, clear. I'm a terrible drug user. So
and I've got that hammered in, so you're fine. Don't worry about it. We make a good team.
Yin and yang. There it is. But I have very, very small veins. So even now, today, at 36, when I need to give blood or they need to put an IV in me or anything, they have to use infant needles. Like they have to go to like the infant ward.
Wow.
And get baby needles because they can never get the vein.
They go past.
But no one ever believes me when I say that.
Yeah, like you tell them and then they try and
they're like, no, you clearly don't know my needle skills. I'm like, well, you clearly don't know the size of my veins.
Yeah, and then you leave there like a pincushion.
Yes. And it happened when I was giving birth. They needed to put like, I don't remember what it was, but they needed to give me an IV or something.
Right.
And they tried in each arm multiple times. They tried in the top of my hand. They tried in my wrist. And I was like, stop it!
Right.
Stop! And then apparently they went and got an infant needle, and they go, we're going to use these baby needles. I said, I told you that 2 hours ago. I lost my shit. I was done.
Well, you were also about to have a baby, so that's probably what they blamed it on.
So maybe you should fucking listen to me. I mean...
See, these are the things I will never know, and I will never have that to blame it on.
Right.
God. Although I haven't had a period in almost 3 years. Is that crazy?
That's really fucking crazy.
Yeah, we're talking about vaccines.
Do you have a 2.5-year-old in your
Hey,
in
maybe
room
I
right
have
now?
a little bean. Maybe that's why I've gained a little bit of weight. I don't know. No, birth control pills.
If you become pregnant, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm
I'm not.
So fucking excited. You have no idea.
I'm not gonna do that.
Why not?
Because
Come on, please.
No, I don't. I have no interest in starting over.
You live vicariously through my dating life.
That's right.
And I need to live vicariously through your...
You want to get pregnant again? Go get pregnant. Go ahead.
What?
No, I'm sorry. No.
Do it for me.
No, absolutely not.
I guess
I'm
that's a terrible reason to be
I'm
pregnant.
so excited to get like my food back. I'm so excited. I'm so excited
to have ice cubes.
To have freaking ice cubes in my house. I'm excited to be able to go on vacation and not have to look at 4 people's schedules.
Oh, that is kind of,
I'm excited. You know what? The biggest excitement, and I know this is silly for me to even say because I know it's never going to go away. I'm sick of worrying about these things that I cannot control.
Oh yeah, that's never.
What are they doing when they're not here, or who's pissing them off, or who's being mean to them, or and just. I'm always gonna have it, and I know they're always. She's on. It's too much. We're taking off the bra thing, huh? God. The bra's coming off. Yep, it's midday, and the bra's coming off.
We worked out, and I just didn't take it off, and
it's true though. Bras suck.
I feel so much better.
That's the other thing. I'm looking forward to walking around without a bra on.
Yes.
I just want to walk around without a bra on,
right.
or clothes for that matter.
I mean,
I just want to walk around naked. So I don't have to do laundry.
We would have probably more listeners if we did this show naked.
I mean, we could try it sometime.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable.
I don't know how my parents would feel about that. They're like the 2 of the 3 listeners we have right now. I feel like they might be pretty pissed off.
Yeah, so... But not having a period for 3 years, that's a little weird.
It's the birth control pill, and when it happened for the first...
Is it a certain type? Like, I've just never heard of that happening.
So when I went in to get this type, I've been on birth control since I was 15 years old. So I've been on the pill longer than I have not in my life. And I went in to switch it because they stopped making the one I liked, which was the Az. They stopped making it because it caused all these other things. But I loved it because it made my periods just like 2 days. And it was great. Oh. So I asked for something else. They gave me a generic version of something like that. And the first month I took it and I didn't get my period, it was like, what is going on?
Right.
So I, of course, bought like 14 pregnancy tests and didn't tell Danilo. And I just like took one after another, after another. And he saw it in the garbage and was like, can we talk about something? Like, is there something going on? I'm like, I just haven't on my period. Don't know what's going on. So I make an appointment, and of course, the doctor's like, "Oh, it's a pretty normal side effect to this birth control pill."
Right.
And they're like, "You'll probably get it next month." So the following month comes, and I don't get it. Following month. We're like 6 months in, and I call the doctor again, and I'm like, now I'm concerned. Like, should I be having a period? Because people who have periods know they suck. They're awful. They're wretched.
But
when you have it, you get super bloated and uncomfortable, but then all of a sudden you feel super skinny and like fresh and like...
Well, I feel like your body needs to get rid of that stuff. Like those things that you can take, and they had those commercials for a long time where, buy this pill and you'll only get your period 4 times a year.
Yeah,
and it was like that big thing. And I was like, I don't know if I can harbor all of that waste for that long. I feel like my body needs to expel it, right? I don't know.
I don't know either. So
we clearly don't have any idea how our bodies work. Like, to this day.
The uterus is such a weird thing. I mean, look at what it can do. Anyway, my point is, I went to the doctor. They're like, it's not a problem, whatever. So after it was 2 years in, I'm like, okay, now I'm really concerned because it's been 2 years and I feel like at this point, I probably should have one. And they're like, well, you can get off the pill. But at this point, so as long as you've been on, you probably, because I was thinking about other alternative solutions.
Oh my God. Wait. What happens if you get off of it now?
I can lose my hair. Yeah. No side effects to taking birth control. I can lose my hair, which for me is a big one.
What?
Yeah. I can lose my hair.
Wow, you'll have to get new headshots.
Can you? Talk about a fucking expense.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know how expensive headshots are?
Legit. So, anyway, after talking with my husband, we decided I'll still do the pill, which is just irritating that I have to take on that responsibility. But whatever.
But now you have to take it, like, what, for the rest of your fucking life?
Yeah, I guess, or until he decides to, like, cut his penis.
Well, that's not how it works.
I just don't want him to have to, like, I kind of wish he would, like, offer. I wish he would be like, I'm good. Because when we first discussed it, he always said he wanted 2 kids, and he's got them.
Right.
So.
But is he the kind of guy who would be like, you know what, we're good. I know you don't want to be on the pill anymore. Let's make an appointment to go get what happens? Tubes tied? That's girls, right? What does he do? Vasectomy? What's it called?
They cut their penis off, I think.
No, that's absolutely not true.
I think they cut it off, they make a mold, and they give it to you, and I'm going to request a vibrator inside. Just so that.
God, we have no idea how the world works.
Seriously, I think I think that's what it's called. Tubes tied. I think that's what it is.
But I think that's women. Women get their tubes tied and guys
they have
get
tubes too. There's just hanging balls.
But I think there's like just gets severed. Like I think it just severs it and then they're...
Oh, because there's maybe reversible. I don't know.
Yeah, because you can have a reverse.
If I walked up to Danella today and said I really want a baby, he would totally go on board with me and do that with me.
So what if I tell him that I want you to have a baby?
He's gonna tell you the same thing I say. You want to fuck another kid? Go have another baby. Go ahead. Walk around with your legs in the splits all day, every day.
I would have another baby in a second.
Just walk vagina first, everywhere you go.
Don't have anyone to supply me with a baby right now. I would have another baby right now.
They're too expensive. They cry, they poop.
But I feel like just having
they
one...
eat.
Having one, is he going to be a spoiled brat? Like, is he going to be spoiled
my point.
as shit?
Listen,
should I get another one?
We've talked about this on the show before. Chance may be screwed.
Shit.
I have only met 1 or 2 only children in my life that are normal. And they are normal. All the other ones, there's something strange.
What? You got like super Twilight Zone-y right now. Like what?
I don't know. It's got to be something about fighting over stupid shit or like always having hand-me-downs that make someone normal. I don't know.
But he's super social too, so he's not like weird. Like he's a normal kid. He knows how to deal with strangers and like with kids and animals and people. I've
got a friend of mine that I worked with. She was amazing. Her name was Lee. She was
an
only child, and she didn't have whatever that was.
So I need to have another kid. If you're out there and you want to have another kid.
Not necessarily right now, but here's the other problem,
he's
right?
Almost a what? 1.5? How long am I going to wait?
Here's what I will recommend. I'd recommend not just having another kid to have it like my husband did. Because when I asked him, I'm like, so you had 2 kids. Why did you do that if you didn't even really want the first one? Because they were supposedly on birth control pills too.
Shut up. For both?
For both.
Stop it.
Yeah. So, well, actually for the first one, I don't know if she was for the second, but he had said, well, I know I wanted 2 kids. I didn't want them that far apart.
Wow.
So, okay, fine. That's fine. But you chose to do that.
Right.
So here you are now in this circumstance, again, kind of like your circumstance. You don't really choose how it ends up. It ends up however it does. And these 2 amazing kids are there. Kids are great regardless. It doesn't really matter if people choose to have one. My sister said, my younger sister, Joanna, said a really cool thing. She said, everyone was asking when she had Ronan, are you going to have another baby? You guys going to have another baby? And she said,
quick. Jesus
right,
Christ.
But she said this, and I liked her response. She says, I'm not going to have a baby for my baby.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't do that either.
Yeah.
If you ever get to a point where you do want another child, have it for yourself, not for Chance. He's going to be fine whether he's an only child or not.
He will be fine. He will. If I get pregnant again, or like I'll be super ecstatic. Am I trying to have a kid right now? No. I mean, I'm barely dating right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, I would love to have another child. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to do it for somebody else. But if it happens, I'm going to be thrilled.
See, but that's where you and I are just different. Like for me, if I were to get pregnant right now, I don't know what I would do.
And whatever choice you made would be the right one for you? Because I
Like,
feel
part of me feels like I would do it and I would talk with Danilo and either we would decide to keep it or maybe I would just carry full term and give to someone who's wanted a baby forever and wasn't able to have one.
I love that. I absolutely. I know a friend of mine who I went to high school with who, before she had her own baby, she was a surrogate, and she did that. And I thought about doing that for a long time, you know, because I mean, I went well into my 30s before I even had any sort of like pregnancy scare or anything, and so I was like, man, but I really want to feel pregnant. Like I want to do that. And if I can do that and I'm fertile enough to do that for somebody else, I would love to do that. I wanted to do that. I looked into it for a really long time.
You make beautiful children and healthy children. I mean, it's definitely a nice thing to do. But yeah, it's not going to be in the cards for me.
Okay. And that's all right.
Yeah, so it's not even worth teasing on the show and saying, oh, maybe next episode 40.
Oh my God. You don't know. You have no idea.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Maybe I'll be
I can start
by
sleeping with
episode
clothes
40.
on. That's what I'll start doing. Just in case something happens in the middle of the night.
There you go.
Sleeping in clothes. It's fine.
God, I wish something would happen. Even with clothes on. I don't care. It's been a long time.
They call that masturbation.
Oh, okay.
There's always an option.
Well, got it. Done.
If you sit on your hand long enough, it kind of numbs up and you forget. All right, that's it. We got to stop here because babies make me nervous.
Before we go, real quick, Lauren said that we have reviews on iTunes, which is badass.
We do. We have some really great reviews.
Yeah.
All 5 stars, baby.
I'm so excited. So we need to give a shout out to Big D, who gave us a customer review. Thank you, Big D. We also want to give a shout out to Marty H, who listens to the show, said it was very funny.
Who knew, huh?
Who's that? Who else? What's the next one?
We have Irish Kylie.
Irish Kylie.
Irish. I like her already if she's Irish. She gets my humor probably and my drinking habits.
Yeah, right? Irish, send us some shit.
Thanks for reviewing, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We love hearing from you. It's great when they're positive, but if you want to say something shitty, feel free to.
Oh, please do. Yeah, I'll call you out. That's awesome. But thank you so much. It means a lot that you guys listened and reviewed, and thank you for taking that time. Check us out individually on our websites, chelseabeers.com and lauren-kelly.com, to see all the super exciting things we're up to.
And make sure that you like, follow, and share. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.